Good. How are you?
Good, even though we just had a talk, just
True.
chalking it up. For anyone who doesn't know Mel works in the online clinic. She's one of the therapists in the online clinic who does Aruka day in and day out. So she is a great person to ask questions about Aruka. So if anyone is jumping on live and you have questions about it, she would be a great person to ask those questions to. So for anyone who doesn't know you, Mel, how did you come into my world?
I came into your world when I most big needed you. I was
Yeah.
I was kind of coming towards the end of a big cycle. Moved coastal, wanted to make some connections, and met you at a breathwork event that you were holding. So that was awesome. It shook me to my core, and I instantly booked a session.
Yeah.
And then, as we always love and remember, the next day we saw each other at a festival you were guest speaking at.
Yes, and we worked out that you were, because I saw a post about this the other day. I saw that you were in the choir as well. You were in like a choir with my brother's partner.
Yep, exactly. So it was meant to be. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, all worlds colliding in many ways over 2 days. That was like, yeah. That was wild. Definitely meant to be. So you booked a session and you came and experienced Aruka, and then I don't really remember how long was it between those sessions we did together and then you studying?
Not very long at all. I did 2 sessions, and then we were both like, you need to do this. Or you were like, you need to study, you're amazing. And vice versa. I was like, well, this is amazing because I have not felt like this in a very long time. So I reckon, not even 3-4 months. And I signed up. I was like, let's do this. I did it for me. I really did it for me. And I just loved the modality so much. I was like, I need to know more. And couldn't help myself but start to see clients. That was nearly 3 years ago. And it's just, I live and breathe it. It's what I do now. And it's pinch myself.
It's pretty cool. It's cool that that's where this has led us. And it is, it's a very cool, I was talking to someone the other day about that feeling after a client, because like I have take little breaks from clients when I'm teaching. And then I've had a few clients over the last couple of weeks, and I've been a different version of myself. I've just been like walking on sunshine. It's such a soul fulfilling job, isn't it? Like a career path.
It really, really is, for people who have no hope and they come in just broken, feeling broken. No one's broken, but they're just like, and a lot of the time it does feel like it's a last resort when they finally do book. They've tried so much, and it's just even to get them in their body, just get them feeling some sort of feeling and some sort of safety, and that it's indescribable. And they leave with a little glitter in their eye and a little bit of hope, and then it just sort of unfolds from there. It's really rewarding.
We do have a reputation at the moment, I have noticed, as becoming, especially in the clinic, but the modality in general, as becoming the thing that works when nothing else works. And we're getting people at the end of not the end of their journey, because we're always, but I think we're getting people after they've tried a lot of things and they're a little bit jaded and they're a little bit unsure, and I get a lot of DMs from people, trying to pick who to see in the clinic, and are you sure it's going to work for me? I've tried all these things. I don't think it's going to work. Why do you think that Aruka, what do you think sets it apart? Like, why do you think that your sessions and the Aruka method and the healings that you're doing is transforming people when nothing else is?
From a personal feeling, it is one, I listen. I've always been very good at unconditionally listening, and there's no judgment, and that comes across very, very gently, very warming. And I then can start pretty quickly understanding patterns and understand where they're at, what they need. And I'll also gently stop them sometimes in the middle of talking at the start, and they just take a breath. Let's go back into the body. So it's really, and that's so important for me, as you know, and it's really important for them to, or if they're not being truthful, if they're saying and intellectualizing and saying what they think they should say because that's what they've done pretty much their whole life for safety, okay, I'll honor that. We honor that. We always honor your truth, but is that your truth? And we'll go deeper. And that instantly, as soon as the body is understood or even just listened to, you instantly do start to feel changes. And then obviously, because it's in the subconscious, it feels real, and it's a flow-on effect from there. But that's really key, I believe.
Is creating that safety first in the body.
Yeah, and even if it's only a little bit, for people, especially if you haven't felt for a very, very long time, or if you've come in with a big victim mentality and a blame and a revenge and an anger and a rage, we allow that. And then something starts to soften once it's been allowed and it's not being pushed away. And then we can come into, and this is about you, you know, I deal a lot with heartbreak and heartache and emotional abuse. And since I've really had some sessions maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and it was another layer for me. And since I cleared some extra stuff, I found I've had even more women come to me who are in the midst of breakups, affairs, heartache, whatever it might be. And we focus on them, not their ex or not their partner. And that kind of, one, it blows them a bit. They think they're going to come in and we're going to, you know, try and fix the partner or try and talk, but we don't. We focus on the person. We focus on you. It's about you. We can do that later. And do that later. And we're being seen, we're being heard, and I'm not letting you be the victim anymore.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
in the most loving way possible.
In the most loving way possible. And yeah, if you speak to any of anyone who I work with, like it's always kind, it's always loving, it's always gentle. As I think we talked about slow and deep once as well, actually, you know, that. But when it's required, I will sit with that. We will sit with that depth and we will do it. And that accountability and vulnerability is scary, but it's a beautiful place to start.
And so for anyone who hasn't tried Aruka before or doesn't really understand how it works, would you be able to explain those 4 pillars of Aruka and actually what we're doing in session, like behind the scenes, like how it's working?
Yeah, okay. So I don't know how you the 4 pillars. I can walk you through a whole session.
Yeah, I mean how we're interweaving, I guess, the body, the energetics, the energetic component as the witness, the subconscious, and the processing of memory, but then also working with the parts, working with forgiveness, working with acceptance, working with cutting of cords, all of those things and those tools that can come up, but always doing them in the body, connected to through the nervous system. Yeah,
absolutely.
I guess how that looks in a session, maybe, because I just explained the 4 pillars, but how that looks in a session, how that looks to do that, what that looks like in a session, and how you're doing that with people so that people can understand what they're actually in for when they book in with you.
Yeah, absolutely. No, beautiful. And it's for everyone. It is for everyone. And I will have a lot of clients come back a year later and it's just something that's stuck. And when you talked about the parts work, often it's a 15-year-old or 18-year-old or even 20-year-old memory that's still protecting them, and now they're ready to, they've done some work in between and they're ready. But we always start with talk therapy. We always start with a conversation, and I think that's a beautiful place to start. And it's quite interesting how many will start to cry because these are things they've never talked about before. It'll be very uncomfortable, but it's such a beautiful place to start. So we relax. I'm in your energy, so I can help guide you, and we will talk enough for me to get a bit of a background, and then I'll get you to lie down, become extremely, extremely relaxed, send you off into the theta brainwave, and you're in the subconscious. It's a very beautiful, relaxed state. Everyone can get there, and everyone welcomes it. Actually, they quite like it. How are you feeling? I'm actually feeling quite relaxed. potentially for
Mm.
a long time. And from there, I will then guide through, depending on what you've come to see me for and how often we've seen each other and where you're at, I will guide you through a memory that's going to connect to a pattern or a habit, something that's unconscious. What's until we make the unconscious conscious. So we will then start to dig deep, and we will bring awareness to the unconscious. We will bring in memories where we've created a pattern from something that's happened sometime throughout our life and we've held on to it. We might then cut cords, which is, quantum entanglement. If we need to release an entangled energy from somebody, we will see a cord and cut it. We might have healing conversations. If you have things to say to somebody, it's either they've passed over, or they're not safe to speak to, or you're not ready to.
Mm-hmm.
We can actually have a conversation in the subconscious and get it out, use our voice. It'll open up our throat chakra. We will feel like we've had this actual conversation. So we will do that. We will make sure we're feeling it in the body. If the chest starts to tighten, we won't create a problem. That's nothing wrong. We will come to the heart and we'll ask it and speak to it, and let everything start to move. If we need to shake or scream into a pillow or whatever it might be, it's really, there's no session is the same, no client is the same. It's all you. I'm just really helping you. I'm feeling it. I'm guiding. I am also making sure that you are feeling safe, and I will push you as well. I will push you, and you are safe, and it is going to be okay. And it's just, we're navigating, and then we always finish with belief work. We'll always move through to some belief work. We will see beliefs that are not serving us anymore, that we're ready to release. We'll see them, we'll release them. And then I'll play some gorgeous music, and we will feel our light come in. We will envisage that beautiful soul of ours, that life of ours, that life we deserve and love, and we will just talk. We will talk, you will talk about all of the magic and beauty that you are, and where you are at. Where you are at, and that, this is depending on where you're at, but everyone does start to feel a little bit of hope and beauty.
Yeah. Yeah. At the back of that, it's
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell. No, I love it. That was perfect. I think for somebody and I think for those people who are a little bit hesitant or afraid of this, and it sounds scary to like feel your feelings and go into your body and even just relax, even just, close your eyes and go back into memories and things like that. I think what I love about the way that you do it as well is that you are such a grounded, gentle, warm, loving person that you can take them to those really scary places and you will push them to go there.
Yep.
But you also, you've got the skills to obviously hold it. You've also got the warmth there, so it feels like a bit less scary. So whenever someone's really scared and they're in the DMs and like, I'm just really scared to try it, I'm like, oh, okay. I think Mel might be the best option for you because you've got that warmth and that gentleness, which is really beautiful. I think especially for people first trying something as well.
Yeah.
So we were talking off camera about the importance of, like, I think the Aruku community is just such a good community. Like the Facebook group, the people that come to the lives, the people that are doing it. And a lot of people now are doing swaps on each other and becoming each other's clients and things like that. And I know you recently did some work, and I wanted to ask you, have you noticed a change in the way that you're now, seeing your clients, or what you're noticing in clients, or, because I know that when I work through parts of myself, I have these like, ooh, like mine is more method based. Oh, I'm going to actually add another tool into this method, or I'm going to do this. But I'll also notice different things in the clients that I'm working with. And there's like these patterns that come up once I've processed something. Is that something that, can you talk us through like anything that you're happy to share around the importance of doing that work on yourself as well?
Yeah, I think the importance of doing that work with somebody. So I was feeling quite stuck at the start of this year, and I was working with myself. And I thought, no, I can do this. I've got it. You know, we intellectualize and we don't go deep enough on ourselves.
No.
So I then booked in to see your sister, and because we're quite similar actually, it was really cool. And I was so out of my body, I had no idea. Because I was
Mm.
intellectualizing everything, and I was like, I've got this, it's all going to turn around. I trust, I surrender, you know, and then the body takes over, and I was just feeling
Mm.
crap, and I was aching, and I was out of my body. Like when I went into the subconscious, I was watching myself do it, but
Mm.
I didn't realize I needed her guidance.
How funny is that as well too? Because you're so about the body and being in
Yeah,
the body, and you were guiding clients every day to be in their body. We were on the podcast talking about the body, but we can like be out of our body talking about how we need to be in our body. I do
exactly.
like that all the time.
Yeah, it was wild. It was wild, and it was, yeah, it's so true because we forget as well to put ourselves first.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, and so that was really, really cool, and what had come through was an 18-year-old part. So there was an 18-year-old version of me who was still trying to protect me,
Mm.
and it was like, wow, it made so much sense. And it took I really pushed her. It took her a good hour for me to really like connect back in. And exactly, I do it every day. I do it for a living. I'm all about the body, you know.
Mm.
And then I was operating so far away from it, but yeah, me and my 18-year-old self got to have a little beautiful chat and a hug, and she knows that she doesn't need to protect me now. She can be with me, and I've got this, we're good. And I've been so mindful again to make sure I spend at least half an hour every day just in my body, just lying,
Mm.
disconnecting, and it's been really, really beautiful. But parts since I've done that, I've had a lot of clients come in who and we've worked through parts.
Mm.
Or, you know, I've got a few recent clients who have they've got parts that are protecting them and helping them and speaking to them, and it's kept them safe. It's their safety because we're so clever. Like when they were
Mm.
little, they created this part, they named it, they kept it there. It's there for safety. And
Mm.
one of them beautifully asked me recently, "Are they real?" I was like, "Yeah, they are. They're you. They're real, but we can let them know thank you, and it's all good now. You know, we've got this." And so the more that I grow, the more that I experience, um, the better and stronger and more just incredible sessions are becoming. And it's not that anyone beforehand didn't get that, but there's just more and more and more goodness. And I am therefore attracting a lot of similar clients to work with. And
Mm.
when they come in and tell me everything, and I'm like, I've been there and I'm so excited. This is good. They're like, what do
Yeah,
you mean?
because you know where they get to go. You're like, "Oh,
I
I
know.
know where you're gonna be because 'cause I'm
I,
there."
exactly. And that's great.
Parts
Yeah.
is parts on working with parts is such a powerful tool because a lot of people say when people think of the Aruka method, I think like we think about the four pillars, but we don't realize how diverse those four pillars are because working with working with someone's energetics and working with someone's subconscious, there is different parts of their psyche, which is their parts. There is their, and even working with energy, emotion is energy. So we're working with energy, but we're also working with emotion and releasing emotion, and that includes the body and the somatics, and it all just interweaves so beautifully. And I think with parts, I actually often say to people, because I get a lot of DMs, me and Kath are constantly writing back to people in the DMs because people often want guidance around who to see for an Aruka session since I'm not practicing with the public. And so there's a lot of DMs happening every day. And a lot of people say to me, I know that one of the main components of Aruka is memory processing, but what if I don't have any memories? What if I'm angry all the time and I'm raging, or I've got all this grief and I have no fucking idea where it's come from? what do I do then? Like, if I don't have any memories, if I think I had a good childhood and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is where Aruka thrives. Like, because we can pivot. We don't need to find the memory straight away. We can work with the part. And then the part actually oftentimes is the protection, and
Absolutely.
and dealing with it as a part and understanding that it's protection and dissolving it actually allows the memories to come forward, as we know. And sometimes it just allows emotion to come forward. Sometimes it's just the somatics of it, but then also we're saying words and we're releasing beliefs without there needing to be, that
Mm.
it's all surrounding that part, because that's exactly what they need at that time. And I think that's what I love about Aruka, is that we've got all the tools to be able to pivot, to
Yeah.
just meet them exactly where they're at.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If I get asked, this is how I'm feeling, or this is what's happening right now, do I need a session? Yep. Book it in, because there will definitely be something that we need to sit with, be honest with, feel, process, absolutely move, whatever it is. Let's do it. Like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it really is, like, when we say it's for everyone, it is so like, we can adapt it to where they're at. If there's somebody who's completely skeptical and completely new and a little bit afraid, they've never done anything like this before, all the way through to somebody like yourself, like how you said it took my sister an hour to unlock you. That's what I can be like sometimes, because I'm like, no, I know what the problem is, but what my subconscious is telling me is what the problem is the version that I can cope with. The version that actually is causing the problem is the one that's behind here, that's in my blind spot, because you can't see your own blind spot, because that would be impossible. So I feel like that's the importance of doing that work. But it really is, you can meet anyone wherever they're at. So for anyone that's watching, that's wanting to book in with you, are you still working with kids? Are you working with men and women, or are you just working with women and kids? Are you practicing in person, online? Can you let people know how to book with you?
Yeah, sure. I am open to working with anyone. I have worked with all of the above. Love working with children. It's
You're very good at that.
Thank you. I thank you. My son just turned 12 this week, and I think he really guided and helped me a lot through. He was quite challenging for a while there, and that's been really, really beautiful. And I didn't expect to fall into working with children, but it's been pretty incredible. I just think they are so amazing. And but at the moment, what's really coming in, like I said, is a lot of heartbreak and a lot of emotional abuse, or a lot of people who are just stuck in their relationships, and they feel like it's all their fault and they don't know how to get out. And how scary to grieve and lose a life that you had planned. And you don't. Recently, a client said, "I'm not ready to accept that it's over." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine. Like, let's say that out loud." It's about being truthful and honest. So we sat with that, and she said it. "I'm not ready to let it go." I'm like, "That's okay then. We're not forcing. If we keep holding on to that, we're focusing on that." And things started to shift pretty quickly after she just accepted that. So who do I work with? I work with anyone. I work with everyone. I love meeting and guiding, and you've got to also we're all different. Everyone's very different. So you do have to connect. And I think if you're not going to leave feeling worse, and also you will definitely have had an hour and a half relaxed. You'll have had an hour and a half feeling, or a couple of hours in the first session, starting to understand your body and your mind. And you'll definitely have met a version or two, or a memory or two. And it can be such a beautiful awakening. Scary. You might also not want to come back, because we can feel a little bit worse at first. But I feel like if you are just feeling stuck, if you're just not sure, if you're looking, if you're listening here now, just really sit with that, because there's a reason. There's a reason. And yeah, I am more gentle. So if you want fast paced and and a lot of energy and a lot of somatics and moving and jumping around and high functioning, probably not so much.
Mm.
Like definitely I will bring you, we could spend 20 minutes just in silence moving from mind to body. So if you want to go fast and hard, then maybe not so much. But yeah.
And I think that's what people need and what they're drawn to is like personality, star sign. It could be a million different things, background. We're all functioning differently. We're all made up differently, even though we're the same. We are so different. And I think someone might want that fast, the fast processing, or like a lot of movement, or be drawn to someone and their energy, and then in a year's time, 2 years time, be drawn to something else. And I think that's what we do really well in the clinic is we're sharing clients. We're like, we just want you to heal and we want people to heal, so we're happy for them to go to whoever they're drawn to. There's no like, if you've seen this person, you can't see this person. Like, give it a try, see who, and I mean, you're all doing the same method, but you're all doing it in a different way. Like you said, it's the same pillars, it's the same getting to the subconscious, finding, the root cause, shifting the beliefs, working with the body, but there are so many different ways that an individual person can do that. So for anyone that's feeling drawn to you, I feel like this is their time to book and try it, because you can DM me every single day and you still will never understand what it feels like to experience it until you actually try it. Which is the only thing that I keep saying to people now is they're like, will it work for this? And I'm like, have a try.
Yeah, that I wish I had found you 10 years ago. I wish I had and I'm like, that's okay, you didn't, because you weren't meant to, but you're here now.
Yeah, you're here now.
Yeah. So no, definitely. You will get the same results though. Like you say, out of all of us, you will get the same results. It's going to be a little bit
different experience, but same effect at the end, because we're all working with processing memories, working with the inner child, working with the subconscious mind, working with their body, working with the somatics, regulating their nervous system. We're all doing the same thing, but just in a different energy, different pace, maybe.
Yeah, when I listen to all of the other therapists in the clinic, or just Aruka therapists, I always connect and relate to their stories behind the scenes, or their client testimonials, or can relate to them all. So we're all amazing.
We're all similar and all so different.
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you so much for coming on, and hopefully some people have felt a connection with you and they're gonna be brave and give it a try.
Why not? Come hang out with me for a little while. It's good. Oh, and I do in person if you're in
yes, that's what we'll do. Mornington Peninsula, yes.
I rambled on and didn't even answer all your questions.
Yeah, I was like, we didn't online and in person, and children and women, just to be clear.
Tell me book if you want to book in person. Just make a booking and then in your notes pop that you would like in person, and we'll organise that if you are anywhere near the Mornington Peninsula.
Amazing.
Yeah, love
awesome.
it. Love you.
Thanks again, Mel. I'll just end that.